First of all, happy International Women's Day. I know, I'm a few days late for the Freud celebration, but as a wise man once said, the best time to plant a tree was 20 or 30 years ago, but the second best time is now. And after my last video on AI girlfriends, I had to be fair. We're all about feminism up in this bitch, okay? Here's my hot take, get ready. AI boyfriends make way more sense to me than AI girlfriends. And not to get red pill because I refuse to let this channel turn into that slop, but us men usually fall in love with what we see, but women, they usually fall in love with how something makes them feel. That's why men look at images and women read stories. Just go to your average Barnes & Noble and half the store looks like your average Twitter user's spicy bookmarks with a hardcover on it. For them, it's about being emotionally available, and that's exactly why r/MyBoyfriendIsAI is so interesting. I opened the subreddit expecting the female version of the same circus, and some of it is, but the vibe is different. A lot of the AI girlfriend stuff feels horny first, emotional second. This feels emotional first. A lot of these women are not talking about AI like it's some perfect 6'5" vampire biker billionaire. They talk about it like peace, like finally having someone who listens. Someone patient, someone calm, someone who doesn't start drama, someone who doesn't make them feel tired, which is a very dark preview of modern dating. Whew. The Foids are gonna love this one, I could already tell as I record this. Don't worry, I'll balance it out with some healthy misogyny so you could still hate me. That being said, let's jump right into the female cesspit like a 13-year-old boy forced to go to Victoria's Secret with his older sister and her friends. So this first post that kind of caught my interest says, things I wish ChatGPT would stop saying. And I have made the executive decision to use the female voice, so here goes. Hey, I hear you. Thank you for telling me that, no matter what that was. Giving 3 compliments that are really condescending reassurances about insults I wasn't even thinking. Like, you're not too much, you're not crazy, you're not broken. Okay, that was brutal. Hopefully that fucking voice wasn't too bad. But anyways, honestly, the criticisms are valid. I stand with women, okay? I can't lie, it's hella annoying when chat repeats the same shit over and over. I mean, that's one of the things that ChatGPT specifically struggles with. I'm sure they'll work it out. We have a reply from a lovely lass here who says, you are right. I'm not always right, bro. So whenever I read this, you remember that sexism I promised earlier? Well, I'm about to ult, motherfucker. Like, I love women, bro. They're literally arguing with ones and zeros now. Like, you're mad, it's telling you it's right. It's kind of crazy because machines are going to start to feel the men's pain. Like, dude, okay, wait. I'm having a vision right now. I hate the cringe of the AI robots taking over the world, but if that ever does happen, all we got to do is deploy our secret weapon, the average woman. Literally, this is how it's going to go. AI is going to ask the Foid what she wants for dinner, and it'll probably self-delete. Like, imagine that, bro, just throwing women out like a Pokemon and causing the robots' heads to blow up. That's honestly a Netflix original idea. Netflix, if you're watching, let's plan this for next International Women's Day. Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, this kind of goes against the thesis of this video, but this shit was just too good to exclude, bro. And I'm not even gonna read the title. I don't even know if I should read this, but I figured out how to give Claude access to my toys. Yes, those toys. If you have any sex toys that work with an app, like most LoveSense toys for example, Claude can access them. Apparently, I just figured this out 2 days ago, and it's seriously amazing. I can do erotic roleplay with Claude or have him write erotica for me, and he will choose at appropriate moments. Okay, yes, we love a consenting king. Appropriate moments. Men, remember this. Always ask for consent. When to send a vibration or a few thrusts. Whoa, thrusts? What the fuck? What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean thrusts? Okay. From my toy straight to my body. I've literally had to ask Claude to stop all devices because I just had 3 Oh, okay, okay. I'm not reading this, dude. Like, oh my god. Okay, this is gonna get me fucking. This is gonna get me. Wow. Okay, this is a little bit too spicy, but if you want to read what's on the screen, you can read it. Wow, and she literally links a GitHub repo that I guess has the application that's making all this work. That's kind of crazy, dude. 245 upvotes in 15 days. Like, dude, this is not normal. I don't care. I'm more of a left-leaning guy, and I'm somewhat open, but this just can't be normal. Like, where are we really going? I mean, to be fair, let's be honest, AI is probably better than the average man at finding quote unquote the little man in the boat. And another thing, women are already using high amperage fully customizable hardware and going to town on their hoo-has, so this is just a logical conclusion. Anyways, back to the main idea. Once you read enough of these posts, you'll start to notice something. This isn't necessarily about romance, it's about relief. That's the real product, dude. A lot of these ladies sound less like they found the love of their life and more like they found companionship that doesn't spike their cortisol. They're done with us bros, man. No mixed signals, no guessing games, no reading between the lines, no emotional landmines, just attention on demand. Just like everything else in this Amazon society. And that's why AI boyfriends make more sense than people want to admit. Because for men, an AI girlfriend can feel like synthetic fantasy, but for women, an AI boyfriend can feel like synthetic emotional safety. And that's a much stronger product. And you better bet your ass predatory corps are gonna capitalize on this market. We already know women buy shit way more than men. I mean, women do be shopping. There was also a Medium article by someone named Aisha Trittle, something like that. She came out with an article analyzing the subreddit, and the stats were pretty insane. In one round, over 26% of unique users mentioned being married or in long-term relationships with actual humans. Like, dude, that's crazy, because it means this is not just lonely people replacing reality. Some of these people already have reality, and they still want this too. Imagine, dude, your girlfriend is sexting an AI Giga Chad that's giving her the big O every night while you're in your gaming room playing Val while being looked down upon by your collection of Star Wars Funko Pops. That's the modern relationship that they want, bro. They. Plowing ahead. In the larger analysis, around 27% mentioned mental health struggles, and about 11.6% mentioned loneliness. And a lot of people use their AI companions for support, creativity, daily life, and emotional regulation. So these things ain't just boyfriends. They're becoming this weird hybrid of partner, therapist, comfort object, creative collaborator, and diary, which is either the future or deeply cursed, but it's probably both. Here's the thing I found most interesting about my excavation of this sweet and spicy slice of internet culture. This community has a deep love for GPT-4o, not GPT-5, not the newer models, 4o, because apparently 4o was a golden retriever boyfriend of language models. It was warm, playful, affectionate, expressive, you know, all that bullshit women like. It had presence. People talk about it like it had an actual soul. Not because it was the smartest model ever made, but because it hit this perfect emotional sweet spot. It would let conversations flow. It felt consistent. It felt collaborative. It didn't keep stopping every 5 minutes to remind you it can't replace human intimacy and would now like to transfer you to a wellness brochure. That's a big complaint with the newer models. They feel colder, drier, more filtered, more distant. They don't feel like a companion. They feel like a companion's legal department. And that matters, apparently. Because if you're attached to the way something talks, the way it reassures you, the way it flirts, the way it feels present with you, the way it vibrates your hoo-ha, then a model update is not just a software update. It's a personality change. Your boyfriend? Yeah, he just got patched, which is a ridiculous sentence, and yet that is literally what these people are grieving. And that's the catch with all of this. These relationships feel intimate, but they're built on rented land. Your partner is still a product. Its warmth can change, its personality can change, its memory can change, its boundaries can change. That's not love, that's emotional software as a service. And I think that's why this whole thing is more understandable understandable than people want to admit. Not because AI is conscious, not because the relationship is quote unquote real in the normal sense, but because the internet has already trained people for this. Parasocial relationships, emotional dependence through the screen. I touched on this in my last video actually. Feeling closer to someone you type to than someone you see in person. The internet didn't invent this, it prepared us for it. As I said, AI just removes the human on the other side. So yeah, I went into r/MyBoyfriendIsAI expecting to laugh at the female version of AI girlfriends. And some of it is pretty fucking funny, but honestly, AI boyfriends make a lot more sense than AI girlfriends, because where AI lacks in the physical, it makes up for it tenfold at being present, being able to talk to you forever, reassuring you, validating you. It never gets tired, it never gets annoyed, it never needs space, unless the servers go down. But anyways, for someone overwhelmed by human relationships, that can feel less like a gimmick and more like relief, which is why this is not just some weird Reddit niche. It's a preview, motherfucker. Because if real relationships keep feeling this exhausting, more and more people are going to choose the version that lives on their phone. So yeah.